I haven't done the Stephanie Lange video in a while. So this is for my 15% of women on my channel. Because I know that a lot of the girlies found their way here because I reacted to those videos. Anyways, we're gonna look at that. We're gonna see some horrendous shit. Anyways, sorry, but K-pop beauty is a mess. Let's go. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Finally, I haven't watched one in a while.
God couldn't reach me, so he made me born in Korea as an ugly.
That's crazy. She's not even ugly. You just okay, maybe by Korean beauty standards, sure. But it's not that bad. But it's crazy. It's not that God limited your power.
Girl. To be honest, the only reason why I got an in-person meeting with an agency was because my dad used to work in the entertainment industry and they did him a favor. And it did not go well. I went in there hot, trying to pitch myself as a natural model because I was like, you guys need more natural.
You're like 80%, like 80% makeup. Like a wet tissue would be your final boss. What is this? Don't do that to yourself.
Models who don't get plastic surgery, and they basically told me to go get work done.
I don't fit the beauty standards. I'm in theory way too tan. My nose bridge is not high enough. People around me would say things like, you have to work hard in school because you're not pretty.
Here in the West, our beauty standards are pretty bad. But K-beauty standards? That's beauty standards on steroids. There is a popular little music genre in South Korea.
Nah, there's a beauty standards that are gonna kill you. Absolutely, bro. I've heard the stuff. I've heard the stuff. It's crazy.
Korea called K-pop, which actually isn't so little at all, and actually is taking over the whole damn globe. Known as idols, K-pop singers are artificially engineered, like literally, to be walking, talking, singing, performing billboards for perfection. K-pop hasn't just taken over the music charts. It has reshaped an entire generation's standard of beauty and created like a new blueprint for physical perfection. Have you ever heard of the K-pop bands Blackpink, Twice, or IVE? Well, this is...
Nope, just Blackpink. That's it. But I've never listened to any of the music. Now when I think about it, I've never really listened to K-pop in general. But it's also like, I don't care. It's not my style of music. Give me my rock and metal. Give me Sabaton, which I can listen to while driving a tank into war. Thank you.
Them. Very popular. Very popular, as much for their catchy tunes as for their perfect figures and faces. But if you thought this was like a montage of the same girl over and over and over, I do not blame you. I know I need glasses to look at my computer, but I'm not that blind, and yet all these girls' faces still look the same to me. Like it's the same girl cloned over and over and over, just in different settings and styled slightly different each time, which is downright odd, if you ask me, considering all these girls started out life looking rather different to each other, which makes sense considering they all have different parents and different genetics. But now, they're all morphing into the same perfectly preen K-pop princess.
K-pop idols who...
See, at these K-pop agencies, whatever you want to call them, they're like Walter White, somebody cooked here and like carefully creating the most artificial human being on the planet. I've only heard of one called Baby Metal, but that's Japanese, not Korean.
Who had to get plastic surgery, Chaeryeong from ITZY. In the early years of ITZY's career, many netizens has always said Chaeryeong sticks out like a sore thumb in her group and was always voted.
Damn, imagine somebody saying, bro, girl, you don't fit into your group. You look ugly compared to the other girl. It's crazy work.
As the ugliest female idol across several Korean sites.
What the fuck? Yo, that's crazy.
And articles. She received so much hate that her own mother had to release a statement begging people to leave Chaeryeong alone. It's no surprise that Chaeryeong had to get plastic surgeries and minor tweaks. She had skin lightening, double eyelid surgery, lip fillers, a nose job, and buccal.
Skin lightening? Nose job, double eyelid surgery, lip fillers, buccal fat removal. Bro, at this point, like, just artificially create an idol in like in a petri dish, dude. What the fuck?
fat removal.
And if you ask me, the worst part about all this is not the erasure of their beautiful, unique faces, but the fact that this pursuit of K-beauty perfection likely wasn't even the girl's choice. Along with the rise of K-pop as a musical genre came the men who spied an opportunity to cash in on the craze. Nothing new there. One of the ways they realized that they could make big bucks off the insatiable desire for more K-pop music was to create child star factories.
In the high-tech metropolis of Seoul, they're building K-pop idols. And if you want to make it big, this is the place.
They're building. This is like instead of build a bear, build an idol. That's crazy. That is crazy.
To start.
And these child star factories are exactly what they sound like. These institutions recruit children as young as the age of 9 and 10 who desperately want to become K-pop idols themselves. These kids are placed on punishing schedules, training from the crack of dawn until deep into the night.
Bro, they're the spreading. They're just halving the girl here. That's crazy. Oh my god. Maybe. I think there might be a reason for a low birth rate. But, maybe that's just me.
Like, we are talking hours upon hours of dance rehearsals, vocal lessons, and performance coaching. These kids are being carefully molded to fit the K-pop standard. Thank you to this video's sponsor, my beloved Typology. I have rosacea, type 2 to be specific. The tinted serum is the ultimate product for those of us who may not have naturally flawless, perfect skin, but you also don't want to wear a full coverage foundation on the reg. It's formulated with vitamin C, squalane, and aloe vera to deeply nourish your skin. Think the most dreamy, hydrating skincare serum, but with the added benefit of a tint, so that your skin still looks like skin, but with the most beautiful light coverage to even out your skin tone and give you that.
Girlies, I give you an advice: water. some women are always asking, "Hey, how do men have such how do so many men have such flawless skin?" Water. We use water. We wash our faces, that's it.
Healthy glow. Then, to help you look super well rested like you've had the most glorious sleep of your life, the Typology Tinted Concealer is enriched with caffeine and niacinamide to reduce the appearance of dark circles and puffiness while you're wearing it. But get this, because it's actually an under eye skincare serum, not makeup, you're getting all the benefits of under eye coverage and brightening, but it's actually working on your dark circles and puffiness long term. But I also want that glow. I took my Typology 9-ingredient moisturizer, as I usually do. I decided to mix in a few drops of my Typology Glow Drops and Bronzing Drops. The Glow and Bronzing Drops means that I've just treated my skin to a dose of vitamin C and aloe vera in the Glow Drops, and vitamin E and apricot extract in the Bronzing Drops, to not only make my skin look hydrated and glowy right now, like the immediate effect while I'm wearing it, but because these products are technically skincare and not makeup, wearing these products is actually going to improve your skin over time. This, my friends, is the beauty of tinted skincare and why I love it so much. Instead of using a lipstick, which sometimes, depending on your lip type, can be really drying or go crusty or cakey on your lips, I'm just gonna go straight over the top with my Typology Tinted Lip Oil, and oh my gosh guys, this stuff is decadent. It's like a lip treatment to nourish and protect your lips, but with a tint of color. For reference, I'm wearing the Plum Purple Lip Oil. It's my favorite.
You want to hear my honest opinion? You're gonna get my honest opinion. I don't trust any of these makeup things. None of them. Not a single one. I don't trust them at all. All just to make money. They don't have the benefits that they say they do. It's just simple. No.
Favorite color to give you kind of that like dusky mauve look. I am in love with Typology's products. Not only are they formulated and manufactured in France, but they're vegan and cruelty free, which is really important to me. They're
also French. No.
Also very specific about the ingredients that they use in their products and the ingredients that they purposely don't use in their products. All the actives, none of the fluff. So if you haven't got your hands on tinted skincare yet, now is the time. Typology would love to offer you guys their 10-ingredient body moisturizer for free with any purchase over $40. Now this is an exclusive deal, so it's only available for 1 week after this video goes live. So I will pop the link in the description box down below so you can grab yours. Every calorie is counted. Every bite of food is weighed. These kids, officially known as trainees, have their bodies monitored so closely.
I asked Hisu what her teachers think she needs to work on in order to get past her audition.
Diet.
Really? Your teacher told you you had to diet?
Yeah.
About 10 kilograms.
No,
What?
like
5.
Your teacher told you to lose 5 kilos. So what are you going to do? How are you going to do that?
Don't eat.
Yeah.
항상 이게 어차피 아이돌이 본인만의 그게 아니고 그러니까 그거의 모든
Crash diet, so your fucking hair goes south. A classic.
面에서 이쁘게 더 나오니까.
夜食べないみたいな生活をしてて多分1日に300キロカロリーぐらいしか取ってなかった時本当に力が出なくて貧血は起こすしいや本当に
These people have not heard anything about dieting, didn't they? They need to do this as fast as humanly possible. That's crazy. 300 calories? 300 calories, I'd fucking die, bro. Wow.
死ぬかと思いましたね。
They need to ensure that they remain below the strict weight limit set for them, with low body fat being treated as a requirement for being a K-pop idol. Like, watch this.
열흘 만에 2kg 빠졌어. 저 진짜 그렇게 됐으면 좋겠어. 진짜 많이 빠졌어. 진짜 대박. 되게 많이 빠졌네. 빠질 수밖에 없지.
뭐 물도 못 먹었어요.
아 진짜 열흘 만에 뭐 40kg. 진짜 50. 아 진짜? 저 진짜 너무 많았어요. 47.9.
They're celebrating that they weigh as much as being able to be carried away by the wind, by a slight wind gust. Crazy. Yeah, that is insane. That is insane. Depending, they might be barely in the healthy weight. They probably aren't even.
These trainees are also not allowed a life outside of their training. Wannabe idols have to adhere to strict rules set by the Pop Star Factory bosses. No dating, no relationships, no personal life beyond the company walls. Their image is curated, their personality is polished.
I asked the girls what the fans will be expecting from their first single. But their agent is back with rehearsed answers.
다른 걸그룹 분들도 많이 나오시는데 이제 기대하고 계실 것 같다고 생각합니다.
Their movements are rehearsed until these girls and boys become a flawless K-pop product rather than their own person.
Thousands of teenagers are desperate for their place on the K-pop production line.
I mean, surprise, surprise. This is how it is. Yeah, it's horrible. Not outside life. I mean, usually when there's controversy, as far as I'm aware, and from what I've seen, like, this is absolutely detrimental, because these K-pop stands are also, like, kind of, you know, insane, is what I'm trying to say, huh? Yeah. Horrible.
My dream is to be an idol star.
This ensures that they are highly marketable, and the big boy bosses at the top can make the big bucks.
All K-pop companies have similar versions of this demanding trainee program.
We arrive at the company at 9:50 and we go to the gym at 10 to 12. 2-hour cardio and with this exercise too.
That's a lot of exercise.
Yes.
Now all that is bad enough, but what's even worse, in my humble opinion, is that these trainees are also highly encouraged to undergo plastic surgery, and I'm talking plastic surgery as children.
As children, yeah. I've also heard, like, that a lot of people, like, even the average person is very likely to have plastic surgery. Yep. That is, as children, especially, I'm gonna say this should be considered a human rights violation. And they should be globally bugged with this, by the way. I think this should be considered a human rights violation.
之前觉得自己很黑，然后好像皮肤还很不好，然后我就往脸上擦，然后我就觉得自己比以前变得更丑了。
整容不要整得太过分，还是可以接受的，不要整得我都认识不了就行。所以我女儿长得非常漂亮，她不需要整容。 但是如果他想在某一个地方，我们也不会很反对啊。
I mean, they have to fit the K-pop beauty standards, and you can't fit the K-pop beauty standards if you have a unique face.
Another huge thing is like head size and face size.
That's so crazy
So
in
when
Korea.
I first came to Korea, when I was a trainee, they were like, okay, you're gonna have to get 돌려깎기, like you're gonna have to shave your cheekbones and your jaws, because in the West, they like cheekbones and jaw. They like having that like jawline.
Defined.
But in
lines.
Korea, it's all about the oval face shape, right? You gotta have that V line and like oval. So
Yeah, I
like,
don't have an oval face.
yeah, me neither. And they were like, you gotta do a shape.
So they're like essentially nuking your entire face structure? Wow. Wow. That is oh wow. Oh wow, that's concerning.
Thing like all around, and I was like so scared.
There was 1 month where all the trainees were going to their derm appointments just as normal, but they were coming back saying that they had gotten Botox and fillers. And for me, I had gotten it in like this part of my nose right here to prevent it from like flattening out like this when I smiled. And the company did also consider putting Botox in my legs. When it came to more invasive procedures, the company would actually pull us out of practice and take us to different.
Remember, Botox does not even, right? Botox does not even, what's the word? Like, stop you from, like, removing, like, the stuff that you want to. It'll still, the skin will still start sagging, chat.
Plastic surgery clinics to have consultations. We usually would be accompanied by a training team leader, and there the plastic surgeon would look at our face and tell the training team leader what they recommended to be done, and then the training team leader would just take notes. After the training team director had taken the notes, they would go back to the company, and then they would have a meeting with all the executives, and then in those meetings the company staff and executives would look at the plastic surgeon's recommendations and then decide what procedures they wanted the trainees to have done.
So is it really any wonder that all these girls have started blending into the same person? I mean, it's literally
reversed, like literally back into the character creator. That's crazy. Wow, this is horrible.
Done on purpose. When you're all getting the same surgeries to fit the same standard, it's a
And I'm like, damn. Like, this is more so, right? This drifted more so into not just beauty standards, but just the abuse of, like, child stars, right? We have that here in the West. We have the similar issues, at least, when it comes to abuse, right? In Hollywood and all those places, right? But this is just a level above that.
Inevitable that you're going to end up looking like clones of each other. And if you thought that the pressure on us girls in the West to look perfect was bad, just wait until I tell you what you have to undergo in order to be K-pop level of pretty. First, you need to fix your eyelids. But this is not a one and done kind of thing. That would be too simple. Along with your new double eyelids, one must also ensure that they have the perfect K-pop nose, which according to most beauty standards, the West included, must fit a certain set of rules. Small, upturned, thin, but not too thin, and just slightly pointy. The problem, however, is that a lot of East Asian women naturally have a lower, wider nasal bridge, rounder tip, and broader nostrils. Not a flaw.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise! Wait, that means most girlies have to do this, right? Most girlies have to get that kind of surgery then in this case.
Might I reiterate? Let me make that abundantly clear. This is an inherited trait shaped by evolution to suit regional climates. This nose shape was designed by whoever created humans to cleverly help warm and humidify the air before the ladies would breathe it into their lungs. This is genius. But that kind of nose does not fit the K-pop beauty standards. But it's okay because we have nose jobs. But there's another problem. Because of the aforementioned nasal logistics, in order to achieve the perfect K-Barbie nose, surgeons have to use silicone implants and bones from other parts of your body or other people's bodies in order to build that kind of nose up higher, which is interesting to me considering that here in the West, when we...
So basically what they're doing is they're just like, say, you know, fuck your evolutionary made noses. We're gonna completely nuke that. And the funny part is, right, regardless of if they change it or not, the average person, the average child was still, and the average one would still have the regular nose, right? Because, like, it's genetic, so the surgeries won't change shit. They need to do that over and over and over again. Isn't that also not kind of, like, not just expensive, but also if you consider this, eventually the market would be oversaturated. Like, there's just so many that you can make. And then like the question becomes, what do you do after that?
We get nose jobs, it's usually to make our noses like smaller. Like we want to remove some of our nose to minimize it, not build it up. In the case of YouTuber Sophie Lee, for example, she traveled to Korea to have a nose job to create her new artificial nose.
The real reason why I came to Korea is so I could get my face done.
And she had to use both bone from her own ear.
So we took it out of my ear, right? Oh shit, what the hell?
Ooh! No! That's creepy as shit! What do you mean from her? From a fucking ear? Bro, that's insane, dude.
You see that? They took the bone out of my ear and they put it in my nose.
I didn't even know.
First of all, I did not know that this was possible. Second of all, the fuck? That is crazy shit. Yo, and it looks creepy as shit.
We had bones in our ears. I'm sure that's cartilage. She had to use bone from someone else and a silicone implant.
There is literally nothing from my old nose on my face at this current moment. Like everything about my nose is different. It's gone. For the nose bridge, there's a silicone bridge. I had to shave down this part of my nose and the sides as well. For the tip of my nose, they took out the bone from my ears, but this one wasn't enough, so we had to get a donation, another bone donation from someone else. And
what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god! But it hurt. What the heck? No. Yeah, that's horrible.
And then we made the tip of my nose like this. That's why it looks nice and pointy and sculpted.
I mean, it sounds painful, but she looks great. And I appreciate her taking the time to document that and put it on YouTube for us to watch because it's fascinating to me. In order to really fit the K-beauty aesthetic, you need to have the perfect head shape. And if you do not have the perfect skull, don't worry, the talented surgeons in South Korea can reshape it for you.
People are basically trying to bulk up the volume around the head so that it makes the face look smaller in comparison.
Well, if you point it out like that, it's kind of funny, but IRL it isn't. Wow.
The only way you can achieve this is through cosmetic procedures, fillers, and even bone cement implanted into the skull. These procedures cost thousands of dollars and the recovery process seems like an absolute nightmare, with most patients experiencing side effects like terrible headaches, not being able to lie down for weeks, and some even suffer from neck strain due to all of the additional weight on your head.
Now on the plus side, if you have ears that stick out like this and you feel self-conscious of them, move to South Korea. In South Korea, you would be the epitome of beauty. Because in South Korea, girls are literally having filler injected behind their ears.
So their ears stick out? Huh? Why would you do that? No, that's great. Wow, it's that bad? It's actually that bad?
On the reg, because filler doesn't last that long, to make their ears stick out.
The ears are ideally supposed to stick out from the face at a 30 to 60 degree angle like this.
For ears, yes, you heard that right. Ear.
Oh my god, oh my god. Are they like mathematically going around and being like, okay, that's what the ear is supposed to look like? What the fuck?
Filler is trending in South Korea right now. It's called elf ear filler, inspired by the magical fantasy look of elves with lifted and puffed up ears. People claim that having this ear shape makes the rest of the face look softer, smaller, and more delicate.
People are recommended to inject around 10 to 18 syringes of filler at the back of their ear in order for the elf ear effects to be noticeable. Many of these ears look like they're about to explode.
Whoa, that looks so gross and uncomfortable. Ooh. Nah, get this off. Oh my god, wow. Wow. I'm moving the bit to the side, but you don't have to see this. Wow. 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 Just wow. Oh my god. I have ears like that. I hate it. Makes them look huge. You don't want... Do you want those ears, bro? That's crazy. Hello, fellow human. I've returned. This is a horrible ear, bro.
These fillers don't really last for that long, and they tend to migrate around and fade away after about a year. And so in order to achieve a more permanent look, some people are also opting for hard cartilage implants. Oh, you can literally see the out.
Oh, nah, bro. Oh, nah, dude. Cartilage implants to make your ears stick? Oh, nah, bro. What the fuck? Yeah. I'm seeing why the birth rate in this country is not that high.
Line of the implant. That looks so unnatural.
Which is wild to me, considering here in the West, if you have sticky outy ears, it's generally considered a flaw, and people spend good money to have their ears pinned back. Isn't that a shining example of how stupid beauty standards are in general? Like in one country, we're paying plastic surgeons to pin our ears back, and in another country, we're paying plastic surgeons to make our ears stick out. Humans are weird. But the strangest beauty standard of all in this realm is that of the infantile aesthetic. What the fuck? I know. Again, I'm gonna hand over to June Journey here because she will explain this better than me.
What the fuck, dude? But why? This would creep me out. Like, this would creep me out. Like, this would genuinely creep me out. I'd be concerned. I'd be like, goodbye. Like, this is like I look at her and this is like uncanny valley. Something that looks human, but doesn't feel human. Like, this is like, her face is uncanny valley.
This influencer went absolutely viral for being very cute, and as you can see, this baby face trend basically revolves around having a very small face and very supposedly juvenile features. The key features of this aesthetic include a high cranial top, elf-shaped ears, aegyo-style eye bags, a short mid-face and frill trim, M-shaped lips, babyish teeth, and many, many more.
Now, this might sound strange to you, and rightly so. The most depressing part is that even if you are one of the girls who's lucky enough to make it as an idol and manage to alter yourself enough to fit the ever more toxic beauty standard, sure, you might achieve physical perfection, but it doesn't mean you're going to achieve happiness. Take a look at Sully. She was a South Korean singer, actress, and model who gained fame as a member of the K-pop girl group FX. When you look at Sully's life as a whole, the poor girl didn't really stand a chance. Thrust into the entertainment industry at the age of 11 with the drama Ballad of Seongdong. Oh god. Seodong. I probably butchered that. She was then forced to join SM Entertainment as a trainee in 2005.
No.
aka a child pop star factory. There, she trained exclusively before debuting as an idol. Unfortunately for Sully, this is probably where the majority of her issues began, because SM Entertainment just so happens to be one of the most controversial, dangerous child star factories. SM Entertainment has a chilling reputation for scouting children, some barely older than 9, and thrusting them into the brutal, unforgiving idol trainee scheme. And this relentless pressure to mold your face and body through invasive surgeries, all in pursuit of SM's impossible beauty standards. And that is all in the name of creating the perfect K-pop idol. Even darker are the infamous slave contracts. These contracts are designed to trap idols in lengthy, suffocating agreements, leaving the idols paid pennies while the company makes millions of them. So is it really any wonder then that Sully decided to rebel? I mean, you can only keep up the pretense of being the perfect pop idol princess.
I mean, yeah, that does make sense, right? Eventually, I think this culture will eventually die out because of oversaturation. That's what I believe. Like, this culture of like this K-pop culture is gonna die out the moment it's starting to get oversaturated. And I think that it will eventually be so oversaturated that it's just like, okay, well, it's like, okay, cool, I guess.
Before the pressure mounts up and you start to crack. And in a K-pop world built on perfection and conformity and silence, Sully dared to become the ultimate rebel, and she paid the ultimate price. Refusing to bow to the suffocating beauty standards and ruthless expectations of SM Entertainment and K-pop fans alike, she spoke up against Korea's carefully constructed idol illusion. She would post candid Instagram pictures, she would speak about her feminist views, and she was unapologetically honest about her body and her personal life. Sully openly defied an industry and standard that wanted to keep her silent and submissive. And instead of being supported, Sully was instead met with an avalanche of online hate, malicious gossip, and public backlash, painting her as the problematic idol who refused to play by the rules. Unsurprisingly, eventually the pressure became too much and mentioned, Sully was found unalive at the age of just 25.
Singer and actress Sully, a former member of the K-pop girl band FX, was found dead Monday afternoon. Sully had been harassed by malicious online comments throughout her career and had openly spoke about her experiences on cyberbullying. Police said in a statement that the 25-year-old...
Not surprising. Not surprising whatsoever. No, this is probably way more common.
...had been suffering from severe depression and how for now they suspect she may have taken her own life.
Now these K-beauty standards have become so idealized and K-pop as a genre so global that even women who aren't East Asian at all are trying to change their appearance to appear more Korean. These women identify as being Korean and they are trying to transform themselves into being replicas of their favorite K-pop.
No, transracial is not real. You cannot turn Korean. You cannot turn black. You cannot turn white. You are the way you are. No. Oh no, I know where this is going.
Idols, like the influencer Lisa Yo. Lisa is an Austrian fashion influencer who posts content about her life, career, K-beauty, and fashion. But this is what Lisa looks like now after a long...
What the fuck? What in the eldritch horror? What did you do to yourself, girl? Ugh.
An extensive quest to appear more Korean.
Initially an Austrian-Mongolian woman with mixed features, Lisa decided to get plastic surgery to supposedly look more Korean, resulting in her, well, looking like this. Yeah.
Bro. This is even more uncanny valley. This is like really uncanny valley. She looks human, but is she human? You were so much more beautiful before that. What did you do?
I think we can all agree that Lisa doesn't exactly look like a typical Korean, and as a matter of fact, she barely looks human at all.
Now look, she's very pretty, and if this look is what brings joy to her life and makes her more happy, then we can't really judge her, can we? But it's interesting.
If you look...
Yes, I can. Yes, no, fuck it, I can. Yes, I can. You're promoting an unhealthy beauty standard that will, if young girls consume this, will think that this is achievable and will do the same. No, I absolutely can. Just like if you're trying to be like a fat influencer, I can absolutely say, regardless of if you find joy in it, I will still tell you you're promoting an idea that's dangerous. Absolutely, no. I don't agree with that. Oh, she finds happiness, so we can't judge her, can we? Yes, I can. You would judge an alcoholic and tell them to stop. You would tell somebody who does drugs to tell them to stop smoking the same. And here I will say the same. This should be massively called out. I am absolutely judging. Fuck you. Not fuck you, Stephanie, but fuck you. The idea that this is that you can't say anything against it because it gives her joy. I'm the firm believer of that you must protect people from themselves and also others.
Look at her comment section. There are many people praising her looks, and there are even TikTok tutorials on what cosmetic procedures to get to look just like her.
And Lisa isn't the only one undergoing various surgeries in order to emulate her favorite K-pop idol. The pursuit has become so popular that South Korea has actually become the global mecca for plastic surgery tourism. Yes, that's the thing. In Seoul especially, the surgeons have become internationally famous for their cutting-edge techniques, competitive prices, and the allure of flying home looking like the perfect K-pop idol, like YouTuber Mikan, who traveled to South Korea for her second nose job.
I'm getting a revision rhinoplasty and brown plastic surgery in Korea. Oh,
Hoji.
She looked like shit. Why are these women doing that to themselves?
Is this supposed to look like this?
And look, I am not judging these people for going to South Korea for plastic surgery. I mean, the logic is there.
People are willing to do anything to match the insane beauty standards. South Korea is the plastic surgery capital of the world.
But, if you are traveling to South Korea for plastic surgery, prepare to die. Not really, but also kind of. Along with the K-pop boom and the desperation for the perfect face,
100% anti-plastic surgery. I'm pro surgery if it's like something that would help you, right? For example, you have and very large breasts and they're hurting your back. 100% go ahead, do that. I am not pro destroy your entire face and remash it into something that you find pretty. Sorry, no. Because the problem is not the face. The problem is not the body. The problem is in your head. It's your brain. So why are you trying to search for an exterior solution for an internal problem? It's like the same with like, apparently lengthening surgeries are super popular with the men. And I'm like saying, first of all, insecurity final boss. Second of all, this should not be promoted because the problem is not just the height. The problem's up there. And you'll just like, it's like the problem is that it's not just like, oh, I don't like how my nose looks, I'm gonna go there. It's like, oh, I don't like how my nose is, I'm gonna go there. Oh, I don't like how my cheekbones are, I'm gonna go there. It's like an endless loop. It's like a spiral, just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. I mean, she literally just showed it, right? One nose job, oh, a second one after that. And I'm gonna continue, there's gonna be following multiple more. No, I'm genuinely, completely 100% anti-plastic surgery. If it's not genuinely to fix something that would benefit your life.
In the rise in ghost doctors. Sounds spooky, right? And it is. Spying an opportunity to cash in on the booming plastic surgery industry and the desire to look like the perfect K-pop princess, some savvy but very unethical surgeons have set up clinics that churn through their victims, patients, like an assembly line. Unsuspecting patients who believe that the surgeon that they met during their consultation will also be the surgeon who will be doing their surgery have spoken up of waking up to find that their surgeon had vanished and was in fact replaced with an underqualified stand-in who is rushing through the surgeries in order to move along the assembly line of humans. And as you can imagine, when your actual surgeon is swapped out with someone who isn't qualified to be doing the surgery, and you're under general anesthesia and you have no idea what's going on, and this random person is operating on you and rushing in order to finish up with you so they can move on to the next person desperate to fix their face, this can and does lead to death.
Multiple patients undergoing procedures simultaneously, unqualified staff performing surgeries, and ghost doctors you've never heard of or seen stepping in. This is a tragic story of a young man named Dae who lost his life to one of these factory-style plastic surgery clinics. So this is 25-year-old Kwon Tae-hee. This is the last photo he took and sent it to his friends right before surgery. You could see that he was smiling and he was excited to see his new face. He followed all protocols. He came to the clinic and went under the hospital at 12:30 p.m. But 11 hours later, at 11:27 p.m., the plastic surgery clinic would call 911 or 119 in Korea, seeking for emergency help for one of their patients. And in the call, the nurse explains that the patient is okay, but wants to transfer to the hospital due to heavy bleeding. Now it's September 9th, 5 a.m. Dae's mother would get a
surprise, surprise, death. Yeah, I'm anti plastic surgery 100%. Nothing's gonna change that.
message from his eldest son saying that Dae, their youngest son, is at the hospital in critical condition. Of course, Dae's mother being shocked. Here is a video of her pleading for Dae's life.
아이고, 조금만 참아. 아이고, 우리 집 보배. 조금만 참아.
Imagine seeing your loved ones having machines to keep you alive. Dae was in critical condition for about a month in the hospital, but he ended up passing away. So 20 minutes into the surgery, we see Dr. J. This is the main head, doctor. 1 hour after cutting through the jawbones, the main Dr. J leaves the surgery room without stitching the patient back up. Then a mystery man in surgery clothing comes into the room. We now know and call them ghost doctors or shadow doctors. This doctor is
They're no doctors at all. They go in and replace the doctor, and that's it. They're essentially no doctors whatsoever. Probably, I'm assuming. No experience, nothing. Otherwise, he would have not died.
Nowhere in the records of the surgery. We don't know his name, his face. Literally a ghost doctor. And later we find out this was a ghost doctor that only had his license for about 6 months.
So anyway, on that depressing note, I'm going to leave this video here. I have a feeling this is going to be a long one, but I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section down below.
All right. Well, what can we say? Korea is hell. Korea is a circle of hell, and nobody can convince me otherwise. Both South and North Korea, both a circle of hell. Probably a combined circle of hell. That is crazy. Okay, so we got child factories, essentially, where idols are made. We got child surgery, plastic surgery, which is interesting. We got rigorous training. We got Western and just women outside of South Korea going to South Korea to turn themselves Korean. It is horrible. It is horrible. And yep, I think generally plastic surgery should be fucking nuke the shit out of it. Like, so rigorous. You don't ban it, right? Because then it would just disappear out of the public face, right? That's just the truth. Like, they would just get it somewhere else. Make it so annoyingly restrictive that nobody would even dare to pick it up. That's what I believe. Make it so restrictive that nobody would even dare to pick it up. Simple. I think that's the best way to do it. Not ban it. Make it restrictive. So restrictive that it's just not even worth it. Simple. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.